So I just got a meter of the fabric because I'm going to be making a rag skirt rather than a circle skirt or anything like that. So I'm not going to be too worried about the length because she's going to be wearing some black leggings underneath. But I'm going to cut this into strips. Now I will always recommend using dedicated fabric shears or scissors. I have this pair here, which is just a pair of fabric shears. And then I also have a pair of pinking shears, which I think I might use for this. I'm not sure because I don't really want to hem anything. Even though it's a rag skirt, I don't want it to just unravel, and it is a cotton material. If I was just using a fleece like I did for the superhero cape that I will show you in a video, I would just use my regular fabric shears and cut it because it's non-pilling and non-ripping. But with this poly cotton, it's probably going to fray if I'm not careful. It doesn't look like it's frayed actually with how they've cut it, but you can never tell, and I don't really want to be singeing all the edges or hemming anything, so I think I'll be opting for pinking shears. I have all my pieces cut up. I will admit this is probably the most tedious and long process of this entire skirt. It's not as bad as when you're doing a tulle skirt. That will bore you to tears probably. But yeah, I've cut all the pieces. I'm going to reserve one because I'm hoping she'll let me tie it around her head like a headband. So I'm just going to take one and pop it to the side. And then I'm going to see how many strips I've actually got, because what I'm thinking of doing is keeping some the double length or the full length, as you can see here. And then I'm debating cutting some in half and making shorter lengths because I want it looking like a raggy skirt. So I'm going to see what that might look like. I'm just using a small box here just to help keep the elastic, I couldn't think of what it was called, just steady. I'm just using elastic from an old dress up skirt I made for her. You could use a waistband of a skirt or leggings, anything like that. Just cut it out or make your waistband like I did. And I went around with the long strips first, leaving gaps in between so I could cut some in half and add them. So like I've got long, a short, long, a short, so on and so forth. So I'm going to carry on doing that for now. Now, bar the one I'm keeping to use as a headband, the only excess I have are these little offcuts here, so they can just go by the by. And I've got the whole rag skirt done. This is, I do know, going to be too long for her. For instance, I have her leggings here. And you can see that some of them are longer. So I'm going to get her to quickly try it on and I can figure out where I need to cut just to make them the right length. So I've just trimmed that. I've made them a little bit raggy, just making sure they're not longer than she needs, because they were like properly trailing on the floor. Try and hold it up for you. So like that. The bits all over my bed now, but just with the leggings, I just took my regular fabric shears and just cut them one slightly longer than the other, and also cut them just a little bit wavy so they look all, you know, raggedy and worn and things like that. The t-shirt arrived for her pirate costume, and all I'm going to do, just using my fabric scissors, just cut up the sleeves a little bit and the bottom just to make it a little bit more raggedy. So what I did was just cut off the neck, cut up the arms, made them both wavy, then cut off the bottom and made it wavy, fluff, and then cut a little slit up the side just to knot it a little bit. And then just to add a little extra feel, I cut a slit in the neck and did it with red thread even. A slit in the side and just did black, and then just added 2 X's just to make it look like different people have patched it up. I think this looks really good. So this is a rough look at what its costume is going to look like all together. I'm not going to let her see it until the actual pirate festival, which is on Saturday. So I'll do like her dressed up, show you the footage of that then. But yeah, I am so pleased with how this is looking. I think she's going to look adorable.